Today is Valentine's Day. For a lot of people, today is a very lonely day, so I wanted to give you a little bit of encouragement by deconstructing a lie. For a very long time, ever since the Middle Ages, Valentine's Day has been associated with love. Originally, the tradition was for February 15th, but after deemed unchristian by the church, it was ended. It was stopped. They canceled it. But that didn't stop people. February 14th was quickly evolved into the romantic holiday for a variety of reasons, and then it's evolved into the tradition, the cultural phenomenon that it is today. That's a pretty loose summary, but it gets my point across. Something you might not know, though, is that Saint Valentine was actually a real saint and could have actually been any of 3 different saints that all ended up being martyred. There's a lot of legends and stories surrounding this origin story, but the point is that Valentine's Day has changed a lot since it was first created. Nowadays, it's all of what you're seeing today. It's a lot of pink and red hearts, and it focuses a lot on romance. It celebrates love, and it tends to focus more on people in relationships. On the surface, this seems really awesome, and it really is. It's a great excuse to celebrate your relationship and really value the love that you have. But what if you don't have a relationship? Personally, I've never actually been in a relationship during Valentine's Day, which is a little bit scary that I haven't been able to stay in a relationship long enough for it to be Valentine's Day. But then you take into consideration that I've only had 2 girlfriends in the entire time that I've been alive, and that plays a factor. Regardless, every year I see a lot of the same things. Instagram feeds tend to get flooded with Instagram photos of people confessing their undying love to their significant other. Giant teddy bears are given out, even though they know full well that they're never going to use this, and there will probably not be a good place in the attic for it, so what do we do there? Every company covers their entire social media presence with pink flowers and hearts and cupid bows and stuff so that you'd buy more stuff from them. It's all pretty surface level. But under all of that surface level stuff is one unspoken message. Your relationship gives you value, and if you aren't in a relationship, then you're missing out and you are not worthy of love. And of course, this message isn't directly said by companies or individuals, because I truly don't think that most people believe this. But the overwhelming focus on people that are in relationships tends to give people who aren't in a relationship the sense that they aren't being valued. This is hard. It toys with our minds. Even if we don't really admit it, there's something to be said about seeing a photo on your Instagram feed and saying, man, I wish I had that, and then scrolling and then seeing another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. If you watch this so far, I'm sure you totally understand that feeling or are feeling it today. So what is there that we can do about it? Well, I definitely don't want us to tear down this holiday. I think our first inclination might be something like boycott the bad holiday, send all the couples to prison, hack into the Pentagon, and take down the chocolate industry. Big Cupid won't silence me. But instead, I think it's actually a good thing that it's in place. I think it's great that there's a sweet holiday like this where we can value the relationships that we have. But something I do think we should do as single people is try to remove ourselves a bit from the overall equation. The best thing you can do to help yourself during this time is to respectfully move away from Valentine's Day. Here's a couple solid options I'll probably be trying a bit myself this year. Number 1, stay off social media. Delete it from your phone if you have to. Legitimately, the negative thoughts that you get from just looking at the photos is just, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And honestly, that's just a general life lesson. I think we could all benefit from deleting Instagram for a bit. Number 2, do something else today. Maybe find a group of friends that you can go and hang out with. Maybe join a fun Discord call with a bunch of people that you know. Maybe even play a game that you really enjoy. Just something to get your mind off of it. Number 3, remind yourself that you are still valuable. You are worthy of attention, affection, love, respect, everything. Whatever the world says about you or your value, depending on your relationship, is completely fabricated. It typically only serves the purpose of selling more giant teddy bears. Number 4, take advantage of the discounted candy that's coming tomorrow. There's a lot of it, and it's going to be cheaper. And those little candy heart things that you get from elementary school is like a Valentine from your friend that you just don't actually really know. And it's a little awkward and it's a little weird. But those little heart things are great. They're fantastic. So treat yourself. As a final closing message to you as you navigate some of the sort of difficult feelings of the holiday, just know that I care about you, and the simple fact that you are a human being inherently gives you value and worth. So remember that, and remind yourself of that as you navigate today. Regardless of if you're in a relationship, out of a relationship, in a difficult relationship, not in a relationship at all, or not even wanting a relationship, your value does not depend on that. All of those stages of life are very valuable and normal stages of life to be in. You've got it, and tomorrow will probably feel a lot better, especially when you remember that candy is very discounted and you don't have a giant teddy bear that you need to figure out where it's gonna go. Quick tip though, maybe just like keep Instagram deleted for like the week so that like all the Valentine's posts have time to just like disappear in the feed, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore, and then they're gone. It's fantastic. It's a great time. We'll just let them have their fun, and we'll be back for the next holiday. Love you all. Go get some cheap candy.